They paid Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot like $5 million each. John Stankey and Jason Kilar looked at that move with Patty and Gal and were probably like, what the f are you doing with daddy's money? Are you out of your god mind? So let me get a temperature in the chat. I think I know where we're all at with this, but I always like to know for sure. Are you positive or negative on the HBO or the Warner Media move? So Warner Media announced all of their movies, the theatrical slate for 2021, will all be releasing same day and date on HBO Max for no additional cost. Wow, a little bit of a mixed bag here. Let's see here. Positive, love, positive, full, negative, good, negative, positive, good, good, love it. Okay, so a lot more positive, yeah, which is what I expected. Most people are positive on it, but maybe you could argue a third of people are not. This is what's interesting. I think the biggest macro point that I really want to nail home to everybody is most people that are on the consumer side of that product, the people that consume it, the people that buy it, that go to the theater, the people that buy it for their Xbox, the people that get the Blu-rays, all those people, the vast majority of them do not care about the problems that the people in Hollywood are facing. They don't care.
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
The people on the other side of that, Kilar and AT&T, a telecommunications company. It's a telecommunications company. They don't care either. They paid Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot like $5 million each is what I'm hearing, right? And this is back-end deal stuff. And this is because the movie was supposed to come out and crush in theaters. It was $1 billion, well, close to $1 billion first movie, super big movie for them. So they gave them a little bit of the back-end money that they would have received otherwise. But for the rest of the films in 2021, they didn't do that. And that's because I would assume John Stankey and Jason Kilar looked at that move with Patty and Gal and we're probably like, what the f are you doing with daddy's money? Are you out of your god mind? Do you think we're going to be able to pay back-end deals on a dozen major motion pictures in 2021 in a diminished industry that will never be the same? I'm going to bend you over my knee and teach you a lesson. Because in the economic sense, that is the most absurd thing I've ever heard. That's like giving a bonus to the people polishing the brass on the sinking Titanic. This is dollars and cents. This is the greatest shift to the modern economy we've ever seen. So to me, I see all these people and, all the Hollywood people, crying out, like Nolan made a big stink of it. The president of AMC made a big stink of it. I think you'll find that a lot of these people are going to make a big stink of it because they want their money.
Give me your money!
But I think what's really happening is the recognition that that old way and that old system and that old factory is done. Like, it's just done. But again, it was already dying. Like, I'm sorry, Hollywood, but Marvel Studios essentially injected life force into your dying corpse like a decade ago. And you've been riding that. You know what I mean? Like, think about it, dude. Like, I get it, and I get people being very upset and, like, mad about it and all that. But, like, the times they are a-changing, man. I was actually thinking about this with sports as well, because I don't know if this will happen in sports, but it could happen in sports where, I mean, if the revenue for huge sports teams diminishes greatly in the next couple of years, they can't afford to pay all these superstars. Like, you can't afford to pay LeBron all that money if it's not generating revenue. So if all that gets diminished, imagine what would happen if all the big players of the NBA left the NBA and you brought in a whole new sort of, I guess, almost lifeblood of people that weren't superstars. They're super talented. They're super hungry. They're getting paid way less. Would you still watch the NBA? That's the question. And I think the obvious answer is if the games were good. What if we had the replacements Hollywood? I don't know if we would care at all. All right, now I'm going to look at the chat. Has anything I've said today made any sense? Just finished the Nerd Theory stream. Killer episode. Dope. Glad you liked it, man. Sexy sweater indeed. Let's see it. Only because Nikki asked. Oh, this is my jolly face. I can't stand up anymore, though, because I'm not wearing pants. David Bruce says, was down to $300 a week. Now my restaurant is temporarily closed due to COVID. I have 0 Fs to give to sad Hollywood while on unemployment. Yeah. Look, there's 2 ways to think of this, David. One, and I totally agree with you, and you can get, sort of upset about it and be like, you know what? Screw those people, man. Like, you know what I mean? And I totally understand that. I'm not necessarily there. I'm more like at this place where I'm just kind of like, guys, like if I were talking to Hollywood people, I'd be like, look, what David is saying is true. And it's fact. Nobody gives a Nobody cares. Oh, your back end deal and all this. I'm sorry. Let's just talk facts, straight facts. Nobody cares. Jonathan Goff says it absolutely makes sense, Josh. You've got some great insight here. How do you see financial agreements evolving for talent? It's all about leverage, right? Every contract, Jonathan, is it's all about leverage. It's all about leverage and deliverables. So who's got the leverage? Dude, talent don't. Like, moving forward, I'm sorry. Like, on the production side and maybe on a particular brand or something like that, like, it's funny. I look at someone like The Rock, right? And I think The Rock has an incredible amount of value, but it's actually it has almost nothing to do with his actual acting. Like, as an actor, he's actually not that great. So, on the exact opposite end of that or something, right? You could have like a Joaquin Phoenix or maybe a Daniel Day-Lewis or somebody like that. Well, those got no value moving forward. Like, they have inherent value as an actor. They don't have market value as an asset. So I actually think moving forward, certain actors will still hold a lot of leverage, but it might be different than what it was before because box office draw isn't the same. That ain't it. There's a lot that's going to change, but it's all about leverage and deliverables. No, Disney won't follow them. They're not as desperate for subscribers as the struggling HBO Max. Might not have over 100 million subscribers by March. CGM show, that is a great point. That is a great point. Because it's true. HBO Max was struggling. They made a bold move. And apparently, their subscribers have been skyrocketing. Disney's not desperate, but Disney likes to suck the air out of the room. Their branding to the consumer is very family friendly. Their reputation in business is cutthroat. It's ruthless. Like, do not cross the mouse. Disney won't follow suit, says Micah. Warner Brothers will be sued into oblivion for this. Oh, yeah? We'll see about that. They didn't ask investors partners before announcing this. See Legendary's response. Yeah, we'll see, won't we? I don't think the lawsuits from these people have much. Look, if minus the Rona, I feel like, yeah, you would have a strong legal case. I think it's going to be pretty clear to the courts that this is a different type of circumstances and that things needed to happen. Josh I, with the $5 holla, says that 4-hour show last night was fire. Theory doesn't say, take my money, like you say, take my money. P.S. Take my money. Appreciate you, bro. Nicholas H. with the $5 holla says, Josh, man, have a great day. Thanks, man. I hope you have a great day, too. I think I think I'm going to have a pretty good day. I'm pretty excited about it. Tim says, shout out to you and all the nerd Vengers. Shout out to you, Tim. Thanks, man. Appreciate the love. Max Ross says, Mando's sidetrack. I still can't shake why Ahsoka didn't force push the magistrate. Probably nothing. Maybe foreshadow. Yeah, it's possible that she had the force. You know what I mean? The magistrate. It's possible she was a Night Sister, so maybe you don't want to make a mistake like that. I've always wondered about this too. There was some lines in the Clone Wars where Obi-Wan says that, like, basically essentially to fight and use the Force at the same time is challenging. It's something like even he is working on. So I think that just the focus it takes to do some things like that tends to be the main explanation. Keaton Haas with the 1313 super chat. I see what you did there. Says, Nerd Theory over 4 hours. I love it. I enjoy the conversation and contrast between you and Theory. Love the channel, brother. Thank you so much, Keaton. I appreciate that. Yeah, we got into some really cool stuff last night. I think that Theory, I think our similarities are what sort of brought us together and made us gel, but I think some of our differences make for some of the best pieces of content. When we disagree about something, because we're both very respectful about how we disagree, but we also are pretty strong in the feelings that we have about these disagreements. I think that's great. I think we're probably going to call it. I felt bad because I came on late. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it there. Thank you all so much for being here. The support's incredible. The community's awesome. I'm very excited for the videos that are coming out today and in the future. So make sure you check all that stuff out. Thursday is going to be a big day for us. Of course, we'll be running right into Mando early Friday. Saturday, please come by if you are a Nerdvenger. Got some cool stuff I want to talk to you guys about. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video.